Welcome back to What If Deku was Archer Emiya from Faith Day Night. Now, where we last left off, Emiya got first place in the okay, so Emiya got first place in the race. Now it's time for the cavalry battle. Momo, so on Emiya's team will be Momo. Let Momo, Kirishima, and Uraraka. Now, now Emiya also tells Momo that he's going to use it now. Or he's going to use it during the race. Not during the race, during the cavalry battle. Momo asks him again if he's sure. Emiya saying, yes, I'm sure, with Kirishima and Ochako asking, what do you mean? And Emiya saying, I'm going to use my strongest attack. Which is not really an attack, but a skill by itself. And do not panic, but be ready. Now, Emiya saying the incantations as soon as Midnight says go. Emiya begins chanting the incantation, and they begin dodging everybody. Momo's the rider, by the way. Emiya saying the incantation, then saying unlimited blade works, with everyone getting confused as the field around them changed. And then most of Class 1A would immediately realize that this is Emiya's final skill. And on the outside, it looks like there's a dome on the outside where the audience only sees a dome that they can see through. All they see is a desert of ash and swords. With President Mike saying, whoa, whose quirk does that? With Aizawa saying it's most likely Emiya. He has a skill that none of us have seen, and only Momo Yaoyorozu and All Might have seen it. All Might would have told Aizawa that he has seen. Aizawa would ask All Might if he has seen Emiya's final skill, with All Might saying he has. And Aizawa would say it matches the description that All Might gave me. That is definitely Emiya's final skill. And it seems to be on a much larger scale, or a much smaller scale than what All Might said it was. And All Might said he turned an entire room into a wasteland. Much bigger than it goes as far as the eye could see. That seems like he just restricted it to the dome. Everyone they can see through the dome. All they see is Emiya and Emiya, Momo, Ochako, and Kirishima standing still, with everyone trying to get to them, but swords are flying and blocking them. Not even Momo knew that Deku could control. Not Deku. Not even Momo knew that Emiya could control the swords of his mind in there. Emiya then announcing that I have this world. This world is fully under my control. Everything in it bends to my will. With the swords flying around, not stabbing anyone, but not taking their headbands, but just blocking them and stopping them from getting even close enough to do anything to Emiya and his team. Okay, now we're gonna go to the end of the cavalry battle where emiya turns off, unlimited blade works. Everyone in class 1A being amazed that emiya could do that. They knew that emiya's scale bolt was strong, but they didn't really believe that a skill could get stronger than that. Now, everyone who passed in the original passes in this, and they're in the same lineup as before. So we have emiya versus Shinso. Shinso would have tried brainwashing emiya, and emiya would have just said that, Shinso, quirk, mind control. Description on how it activates. When I respond to a question that you ask, or just respond to you in general. But what if I'm not talking to you? What if I'm just talking to myself? And then emiya will go on a rant, talking to himself, and Shinso can't really do anything to stop him, because he's not talking to Shinso. He's talking to himself. As emiya gets closer and closer, Shinso panics and throws a punch, with emiya catching it and punching Shinso in the chest and knocking him out of bounds. With emiya saying that you can't always rely on your quirk to do everything for you. I didn't even use my quirk. And eventually, if you work hard enough, you'll get as strong as I am, even with my quirk. But that kind of power takes time. Now, every other fight goes the exact same way, except for Momo versus Tokiyami, which goes more in Momo's favor because she can make bows and arrows. She can't make emiya's bow yet, but she can still make a bow and arrow, as well as make weapons still. She's also she's physically stronger and faster than what she is in the anime. So she can probably actually pretty easily beat Tokiyami. Because she also doesn't want to disappoint Enma. Because he's trained her so much, and if she failed now, she thinks that he'll be disappointed in her. But all he cares about is her growth, and her skills and her growth. That's all he really cares about. He doesn't care how she does. All he cares about is how she grows during the fight. But it's just a plus if she wins. Momo using strategies. I'm not gonna go in depth about how they fight because I don't know how they would. But Momo would not try to block because she would try to block or try to make a shield the first time. But it would go through the shield and hit her, which then she'll go purely offensive and just dodge every attack Dark Shadow throws. And she would end up running up on Tokiyami and beating him in hand-to-hand combat. Because Tokiyami is not that good and does not have Dark Shadow or Abyssal Armor yet. Where he uses hand-to-hand combat with... where he actually merges with Dark Shadow and uses hand-to-hand combat. Now, we're gonna go to the next fight that's slightly different, which is Ochako versus Bakugo. Bakugo does not go as rough on Ochako, but he does still beat her. Now, let's go to the next important fight, which is Enma versus Todoroki. Todoroki is still thinking about what Enma said. What Enma said during Todoroki's declaration of war against him. Will still be thinking about this and would be in a sort of a state that he wasn't normally in, or he'll be in the same state of mind that he was in during his fight with Bakugo. And Enma snaps Todoroki out of it, as he tells Todoroki to use both his sides or he will lose. Enma pulling out his bow and making dull arrows that are just meant to hit him and bounce off. With Enma trying to pelt Todoroki and arrows. They're just trying to hit him with arrows. But Todoroki's blocking them with his ice, which makes a big enough block for Enma to run around or sneak around and catch Todoroki off guard by grabbing him by the back of the shirt and tossing him. And he lands out of bounds, because he was still in a sort of different kind of mind state, similar to what he was into when he was fighting Bakugo in the anime. Let's just say that Todoroki will still get his internship from Endeavor, which he will take it. But now we're gonna go. Every other fight goes the exact same. But now we got Mina versus Momo, because Mina versus Tokoyami lost. Now Mina versus Momo. Let's just say Mina loses. Momo's a more important character at the moment. And for plot armor reasons, Momo won. Now, okay, now, Enma, never mind, not Enma yet. Now, it's another really important fight, Kirishima versus Bakugo. The only reason why Kirishima lost was because of Bakugo's all-out assault, but Kirishima's generally a better fighter now because of his training with Enma and everybody else. So for more plot armor reasons, Kirishima wins, but it's less plot armor than my Momo versus... It has way less plot armor than my Momo versus Mina fight. That fight is just for reasons, and I'm pretty sure Mina would have lost anyway, because I don't think Mina has any really good way of taking Momo down. And plus, Mina, could just acid her way her weapons, but there's nothing else she could really do. And Momo could just make them acid proof, or make an acid proof weapon. Or just make something that's acid proof and use it to fight. Freaking Mina with. Now Kirishima versus Bakugo. Bakugo still being about the same skill level he was in the anime, but Kirishima being higher. And he actually is a lot closer to Red White Unbreakable. He ain't there yet, but he's close. Now, let's go to... Okay, Kirishima and Bakugo's fight. Kirishima can harden for a lot longer, and is a lot tougher than his original counterpart. So, Bakugo can't keep up his spray of attacks this time. Kirishima's just too tough now. Because he did get 2 weeks of almost straight training from Emiya. And then Kirishima would catch Bakugo when he's trying to recover, and Bakugo would be hit more, or Bakugo would be tired enough where he can't fight back anymore, and Kirishima would just pick him up and throw him out of bounds. And then Emiya would then state that this is what I really, and then he would state that this is what I mean. Kirishima generally has a weaker quirk, but through training and hard work, he was able to catch up to Bakugo, who has a better quirk. A lot of people are beginning to understand Emiya's philosophy here. About hard work is always better than about hard work can always work hard, and you can always beat people who don't work hard enough. That's basically what he's saying. Anyway, let's continue. Now, next fight, Ida. Next important fight, Ida versus Enma. Ida loses. Not badly, not completely terribly, because he has gotten better. But he still loses. He uses triple burst and tries to kick Enma, but Enma catches his leg in the air and he uses Ida's momentum to spin around and chuck him out of bounds. Basically using Ida's momentum to win Ida. Okay, so basically, let me explain it. It's like real science here. When Ida went to go kick Enma's head, Enma dodged the attack, grabbed Ida's leg, and used Ida's own momentum to add to his own, and then spun, increasing momentum, and then transferred all of his momentum back to Ida by throwing him. That's basically how I'm trying to explain it. I know it's not really... I know I probably explained it very terribly and I got a couple things wrong, but that's basically the gist of what happened. Now, let's go to the next fight. Next important fight, which is Momo versus Kirishima. Y'all all know I gotta give Momo that plot armor here. You know what? No, I actually have a way of doing this. Momo would know Kirishima used up a lot of energy fighting Bakugo and did not get to recover that too much energy because of the fast fight between Ida and Enma. So she knows Kirishima sort of worn out. Now, Momo would go out for an all-out rush mainly dodging and countering every attack Kirishima throws because Kirishima's tired and can't throw a big barrage of attacks like Momo currently can. And then, let's say that through a stroke of dumb luck, or let's just say it because plot reasons, Momo or Kirishima can no longer fight. Okay, sorry, I was looking at something. Now, for plot reasons, Kirishima can no longer fight. He's tired and he can no longer use his quirk. So Momo just grabbed Kirishima by the arms and threw him out of bounds. So you gotta remember, Momo in this what if is a lot physically stronger and faster than what she is in the anime. Because of her training, of course. She spent much longer than anyone else and everyone around. Enma has increased rapidly in just 2 weeks. Asui, of course, was not being in the tournament for the exact same reason why she wasn't in the anime. Her, Mineta, and Shoji did not get enough points. Now, time for the final fight, and most undoubtedly the most important fight of the entire UA Sports Festival, which they would give a 5-minute break before the fight. Everybody wishing Momo luck, even though they know she's gonna lose, but Momo states that she's gonna try her best and try to impress him. Everyone liking her enthusiasm and will not give up. Now, let's go. The fight starts, and immediately Momo and Enma both pull out these. Everyone's confused, except for Class 1A, who knows that both of them are good at these weapons, but there's one difference. Class 1A knows that Enma's a master, while Momo's only good with them. Enma says we now will resort to just using these swords. Whoever's swords break first loses, with Momo agreeing. Then Enma and Momo get into a sword fight, with Enma's being the original, would be stronger than Momo's, and Momo's would crack and break after a very long and drawn out fight. But the arena is broken in some places, where Momo blocked an attack from Enma, which broke the ground, causing her some leg damage. Mainly just her legs are barely able to keep herself standing from the forces of Enma's attacks whenever she blocks them. But Enma's sword will finally Momo's sword will finally give way after one attack, and they would shatter. With Momo giving, because thanks to the rules that Momo and Enma put in place for this fight, Enma won. But everyone is impressed with Momo being able to keep up with Enma. Of course, Enma had to hold back a lot, not to accidentally hurt his girlfriend, but it's still slightly. But Enma is impressed with Momo's growth, and he tells her that he is impressed. And then they do their medal ceremony, with Ida not getting a medal, and for third place, for the same reason why he did in the anime. So the third place medal will go to Kirishima. I don't know how they decide the third place medal. I don't even know how they do that, but I think it's I don't know. I'm not even going to try to think about it for a second. Now, we're going to skip. What would Enma's hero name be? You know what? Let's just say because Enma doesn't really. I'm gonna say it is because I think it's actually decent. It would be the archer hero Enma. To reference his previous life as a heroic spirit of the archer class. Momo would notice this, but only Momo because no one else knows. Everyone would like the name, but they would be slightly disappointed because he used his real name. Midnight would accept it because it's actually a pretty good name, in my opinion. And everyone else would choose the name they chose in the anime. Now, let me see. I don't think Momo would go to the same agency as she did in the anime. I think she would go to... Let me see. Let's just say she'll go to the same agency that Enma did. And Enma's gonna go to this for, let's just say, for plot reasons, and so Ida doesn't fucking die. No, actually, I have an idea. Let's say that All Might was him. I finally decided if I want to give Momo One for All or not. I'm giving Momo One for All. Now, All Might would ask Momo to come to her, as All Might would say that I want to give you one for. All Might would call Enma and Momo to talk to them. Everyone thinks that All Might is going to congratulate them in person, or congratulate them in private about how they did in the UA Sports Festival. When in reality, Enma and Momo walk in, and Enma immediately asks if he has decided who wants to be his successor. With All Might saying yes, as he says, "I want Momo to be my successor." Momo gets happy, and she says, "I'll finally be able to catch up to Enma." With Enma saying, "You will be." With Enma saying, "You might even be able to surpass me," but I don't think so. I've fought people stronger than me before and been able to hold my own. Now, we're going. Now, Momo would eat the hair and get one for all. Enma saying that looked disgusting. I'm glad I didn't have to do that. With Momo agreeing with him by saying that is disgusting. Now, All Might would also suggest that Momo goes to Gran Torino, which Momo says she'll only go if Enma can come with her. For plot reasons. All Might calling Gran Torino and asking if Enma can come with Momo. With just say Gran Torino just saying it's not. I'm not gonna keep a young couple together. I'm not gonna keep a young couple apart. So All Might says that All Might just tells him. All Might basically says that Gran Torino agreed, with everyone splitting off and going to their agencies. Enma noticing that Ida's acting a bit different. And Enma, being a lot older than what he actually is, older and wiser than what he actually is, would immediately know or recognize that Ida's going out for revenge against the hero killer Stain. Enma would tell Momo this, with Momo telling Enma that they should tell Gran Torino and All Might about this, with Enma saying, I'll call All Might and we'll have him call Gran Torino as we're on, and we'll tell Gran Torino when we get there. With Momo agreeing, and Enma calling All Might and telling All Might, with All Might saying that if you see the hero killer Stain, me as an M1 hero, give you permission to use your quirks against him. With Enma saying thanks, and says if we do fight him and the cops get involved, we're gonna need you as support. With All Might saying I'll be there. I'll be in Hosted City for the next week then. Or I'll be in Hosted City when you need me. Just call me and I'll head over. With Enma saying okay. Now we're going to go toward now we're gonna skip the training that Momo did with Gran Torino, with Enma basically writing down or working out and writing down things he can do or weapons he can make, basically increasing his knowledge. Increasing his arsenal. Let's say he made time for references. He makes a axe, which he calls Divine Axe Rita. There's another one he also had made a short sword with holes in it that he calls Lost Vein. He also makes 2 warglaives called the Warglaives of Azeroth, and makes a sword called Ashbringer. 2 of those are from the same. Both of those weapons come from the same, or all 4 of the weapons. 2 of the Divine Axe Rita and Lost Vein both come from the same place. So does the Warglaives of Azeroth, as well as Ashbringer come from Ashbringer and the Warglaives of Azeroth come from World of Warcraft. And if you watch 7 Deadly Sins, that's where Divine Axe Rita and Lost Vein come from. Because Divine Axe Rita is Escorno's weapon, and Lost Vein is Meliodas' weapon. Now, the Warglaives of Azeroth belong to Illidan Stormrage, and Ashbringer has belonged to many different people, but has been owned by the character at one point. So, except that sounds like the same thing goes for Warglaives of Azeroth. But the original owners are, I think, Tyrael, or I actually don't remember the original owner of Ashbringer. But I do know that the original owner of the Warglaives of Azeroth was a Doom Guard, I think it was, named Azeroth. These are only references. Anima's never going to use them. I might actually use them in the future, but not right now. Now, we'll skip to the end of the training and the day of the Hosted City attack, with, instead of going to Tokyo, Enma and Momo and Gran Torino would all head to Hosted City, just in case for Ida. Because Gran Torino, as Enma and Momo would have told Gran Torino, and Gran Torino would have noticed that they're worried for their friend. And Enma and Momo would have already told Gran Torino that All Might has given them permission to fight, staying with their quirks if they have to. With Gran Torino saying that kid or that man is stupid, but I agree. And you also get my permission to use it too, just because I'm a lot closer. And and Momo also said that. Emma would also say that All Might told us to call him if we ever needed some extra backup, to say that we did have permission. With Gran Torino saying, "Wow, he thought ahead of time for once." With Emma just laughing. Momo would have unlocked, let's say, 8% full cowling. She's still nowhere near to the same level of full power Enma. Now, Momo does not have her confidence problems she has in the anime. All because of her training and hard work and impressing Enma, where she lost that confidence problem a while back. Now, Enma would have. Now, the same thing would have happened with Gran Torino being separated from Enma and Momo. Enma would have grabbed Momo as faster and stronger. Still, currently, would have grabbed Momo and would have started jumping from rooftop to rooftop when they see Ida about to get stabbed, and Enma runs in after putting Momo down, or dropping Momo on the ground, which she lands at her feet, and Enma punches Stain in the face, sending him flying back. And Ida looks to see Enma and Momo and says, "What are you doing here? This is not your fight." Enma saying that it may not be our fight, but we're here to protect you, you stupid idiot. Revenge is not the way of a hero. And if you're going for revenge, you should go ahead and give up for being a hero. Heroes don't go for revenge. Heroes do what's right to save those around them. Which would have impressed Stain, because Stain at first thought Enma was just another fake hero trying to get popular. With Stain saying, "I like your style, kid." Enma saying that it doesn't matter about if you like me or not. I am not going to let you hurt my friend or any more heroes. With Stain giving his philosophy, Enma saying, "I understand, but you can't go killing them." With Enma pulling out his bow and trying to shoot Stain, who's able to dodge, barely. With Stain saying, "You're pretty good, kid, but let's see how you are in close range." With Stain lunging at Enma, and Enma just pulling out his dual swords and blocking Stain's attack and then counterattacking with a kick, hitting Stain directly in the chest, with Momo running up and punching him in the side, and then Enma following up with a barrage of kicks and punches, with Momo doing the same. Basically just having perfect teamwork and easily taking down Stain. Now, they would have taken Stain in, with Deku actually making ropes, not ropes, but let's say he makes a mimic or a copy of the chains of the divine chains that Gilgamesh has. They're nowhere near as strong as Gilgamesh's chains, but they're still pretty powerful. Now, Stain wouldn't be able to break out. Now when they get out of the alleyway with Native and Ida, Ida's less hurt, but still has been stabbed a few times. Native's badly hurt, but will survive. Now Gran Torino finally finds them and tells them good job in capturing Stain. Now, at the hospital with Ida recovering, the dog will come in and scold both Momo and Enma and say that you will not be getting credit because you used your quirks without permission, with Enma saying we did have permission and we had permission from 2 people. With the dog saying, if you had permission, then who gave you permission? With Enma saying, or the person we're interning under, Gran Torino, and All Might, with the dog laughing and saying that, I believe Gran Torino, but All Might, I can't believe. Why would the number 1 hero give permission to permission to kids give permission to use their quirks to kids? With Emma saying, I can call All Might right now, and you can talk to him yourself. With the dog saying, go ahead, if you have his number, and you can call him. With Enma texting All Might to buff up and that I'm gonna FaceTime you. With All Might replying okay and buffing up, and then Enma FaceTimes him and gives his phone to the dog. When the dog sees that it's calling All Might or FaceTiming All Might, and All Might appears on the phone, and the dog says that did you give permission to these 2 kids to use their quirks? With All Might saying yes. And the dog will say then, I have to give them credit then. With All Might saying, you probably should. You don't understand how strong Enma and Momo really are. With the dog saying, well, if you're giving them praise, then they have to be strong. With All Might saying they are strong. Now, Enma and Momo have been given permission, as on the news it says that 2 UA students took down the hero killer Stain, Enma and Momo Yaoyorozu, which would shock the class of 1A, and the news will also say that a 3rd student of class 1A is currently being punished for doing the exact same thing but without permission on the exact same person, with saying Tenya Ida. Everyone would have been mad at Ida for going out for revenge, but they're just glad that Enma and Momo saved him. With Enma calling Ida an idiot and saying that even if he hurt your brother, you shouldn't have gone out for revenge. And if you couldn't even beat me when I'm at when I'm not even trying, there's no way you could have beaten the hero killer. Now everyone gets back, and the final exams are announced, and so is All Might's race. But this is where I'm leaving things off. I'll talk to you guys later.